Hello everybody, I am Joshua and welcome to this Sims 3 house remodel. So today I am back in The Sims 3 and this time I'm remodeling a house built by TheSimSupply. So this house is 10 Ocean Parkway, which is in Aluna Island, which is James's world, James from TheSimSupply. And yeah, so I decided to renovate it. I don't know why, but something about it just appealed to me and I kind of wanted to redo it. So that's what I felt like doing. So you can see here, I've already started out and I've kind of changed the front and the side shape quite a bit, and you can see these stairs use constrained floor elevation, so it kind of goes up half a level and then, you know, up another half a level to, you know, it's kind of like split in two, I guess. I don't really know the best way to describe it, but it's like a split level staircase, I guess that's a good way to describe it. So I was making it larger here, so I had to redo it all, and it was a pain in the butt. I spent a lot of time just on this staircase, which you'll see, just trying to get it right. So right here, just redoing the very lowest part of the staircase here, and you can see the way it works. Like, you have this half height wall there, and then the stairs come up from the bottom onto that half part, and then another half of a staircase goes up onto the second floor. So it's like a split level staircase, and then it wraps around again because it's a three-story house, so it has to go up to the third floor as well. Yeah, so basically that creates quite a bit of drama with the constrained floor elevation and just all the walls getting messed up all the time, which is quite irritating, as you can see here. So yeah, that took quite a lot of time to do, just this staircase, but I think it's finished here. At least the stairs are in place. I haven't done anything else to it yet, and I do add quite a bit to it. Anyway, the third floor plan here, which you can see I'm doing right now, does change quite a bit, especially near the end of the video when I start furnishing. I do change it up because I couldn't really fit proper furniture in the bedrooms, so I make them larger, so you'll see that. Anyway, putting in some nice large windows on the side of the house there to let some light into the staircase, and yeah, basically just changing up the floor plan on the second floor, I think. Well, I'm still working on the staircase, of course, because this took forever. We're just trying to put the railings in properly, and that took quite a while. And then I was adding some extra walls at the bottom, and it was just a big mess. Took forever to do. So you can see here, just changing up everything. And yeah, so you can see, yeah, it just took a lot of time to do because I'm constantly changing stuff, and that just wrecks up all the walls. But because everything's at an angle, it's just a mess anyway. So you can see here, still messing around with it, and I'm trying to get it to work right. You can see I had to use this white horizontal siding, vertical siding, I'm sorry. This white vertical siding, which was on the original house, on that part, because otherwise the walls would be warped and you'd notice it with the horizontal yellow siding. So yeah, anyway, expanding the back porch, actually adding a back porch, I guess, so that is nice to have. I wanted to add a back staircase, which you'll see I tried to do later, but it doesn't work out, so that doesn't happen. Anyway, a lot of outdoor space on this house, which is nice, except there's really no privacy, as the back of the house faces the park, kind of, and another house behind it, and to the left side of the house faces the park as well, and the right side of the house would face what would presumably be another house next to it. So, you know, and then the front obviously faces the road. So really there's no privacy. Pretty much people can see through any of the windows, which is kind of unfortunate, but don't worry, I put curtains in all the windows, so that should remedy the problem. Anyway, I'm just adding this fake balcony here on the kind of, what do you call, the split level part of the staircase. So it's kind of like in the middle of, like in between the first and second floor, which is really cool. You can see that there. So I like the way that looked. So anyway, I'm just redoing the front a bit more here, adding in the balcony. I mean, not really balcony, but enlarged porch and balcony, I guess. Anyway, in continuing with the yellow siding, I actually removed the yellow siding from the front and used a different material, which you'll see. I kind of use this more detailed wood look, but the yellow siding is retained on the side and back of the house. I think both sides actually have it, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, you can see here, I wrecked up the staircase again, just had to go back in and tweak that, and then it got wrecked up again. I probably should have turned off the cheek constraint for elevation so it wouldn't mess it up, but I didn't think of that, so yeah, anyway, you can see here I'm just adding in some detail in the wallpaper. So I went for this kind of paneling look, I guess. I'm not really sure what you'd call it. And it's kind of got this light green color in it, which I kind of liked. It kind of goes well with the yellow, I think. And, you know, add some more detail to the front of the house. I also put in some gray stone here, which I like the way that looks. And yeah, so I think that's all the material choices I used on the outside. So it's pretty much the different siding options and the stone. basically, there's also that wood on the foundation that was there from the original house, which I kind of liked. It matches all the other houses in Aluna Island, because that same theme is kept between all of them, with the same color roof and the same kind of foundation material, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, anyway, you can see here just, what am I doing here? Changing the color of the front door. Actually, it was yellow originally, so I don't know what I was doing there. But anyway, I maintained the yellow front door, which I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. It added a nice kind of colorful vibe, I guess, or like a bright, airy vibe. I don't know. Anyway, you can see here, adding in the windows. Most of the windows on this house, I was going to say all, but most of the windows on this house are from the Now and Then Century Manor set. I think that's what it's called. From the Sims 3 store. It came out earlier this year. And yeah, I really like those windows, so I used a lot of them on this house, but it's okay. If you don't have that set and you want to download this house, it'll just replace those windows with windows you do have, so it's all good and dandy. Anyway, you can see here, putting in some more windows and doors. I really love these doors from Supernatural. James did use them on the original house, so I kept them, because they're my favorite doors too. I use them all the time. And yeah, so anyway, putting some nice door out the back of the dining room there, just completely clearing out the first floor plan. Although it does end up staying pretty much the same, though I do kind of change the flow so it has a better flow, because originally you had to walk through the dining room to get to the kitchen, but now I made a direct archway from the living room to the kitchen, so it kind of makes it a little bit better. Yeah, anyway, you can see there, I'm just expanding these bedrooms in the third floor. I do expand them further near the end of the video when I go to furnish those rooms, which you'll see because they're still super small bedrooms. I actually managed to fit a double bed in one of them, although I think only one side is usable because I don't think the Sims can get in on the other side. But anyway, you can see here, adding in some more windows. I think the windows are actually done, so yeah, here's the fence. I maintained the same fence, so you have the hedge with the kind of white picket fence in the front. Also, there was a newspaper lying on the ground, which I had to get rid of. Yeah, here, just adding kind of a nice, I don't know what to call it, trellis, there you go. A trellis over the back porch there. There's a lot of trellises on this house, which you can see. There's a trellis over this front porch, and there's one, I think there's two actually, or three on the back, I don't know. Yeah, there's actually like three on the back, so a lot of trellises. I like the look of them though. And I do put flowers in them later as well. Anyway, right here I'm trying to put in the back stairs, which I was talking about earlier, but it just would not work, and it was a little bit aggravating, so I ended up forgetting it. And anyway, I don't know why I'd want back stairs, as there is like no backyard. The house literally goes up to the edge of the lot right there, so yeah, so there's no back stairs or anything like that. But anyway, you can see here, there's the landing, and this is the second floor. I added a bathroom in the front because at this point the house was like 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, so I added a second bathroom in. So that made things a little bit better. Anyway, we're actually starting on the furnishing, it appears. And you can see here, I have 2 archways. Actually, I added a 3rd archway in, so you can get to any room you want to from any room, so you don't have to go through a room to go to one room, if that makes sense. Well, anyway, putting in this wallpaper. It's the same green color that was originally there, although I did add a little bit of an accent to it, and like the wood on the bottom. You can also see that wall there was warping due to the stairs, and I had to fix that. So I just put the white paneling there as well, and I also continue that up the stairs as well. You can see these dark corners in the staircase, and I did try to fix that, but it could not get lights to go in there. Even the Bite-A-Bug lights just would not fit, so yeah, those kind of 2 strips of wall there are just going to be dark. It's just the game likes to glitch out with its lighting, which is one improvement they made in The Sims 4, but, you know, so we just have that issue to deal with. And you can see here I tried the Bite-A-Bug lights, but they just wouldn't do anything, so I kind of gave up. But yeah, so anyway, you can see there's kind of like a nice landing in the middle of the stairs there. You can see I'm doing the railings. But anyway, there's a nice kind of landing there, which I added. That I don't think that was there before. It was just kind of like a one wide walkway between the stairs, but now it kind of added it out, so you can see it's like a little 1x2 extra bit, if that makes sense. So I ended up putting stuff on there. Like on the 2nd floor one I add a chair and a lamp, on the 3rd floor one I add a stereo, which is kind of nice. But anyway, here I'm starting on the living room furnishings, and I really like the way the living room turned out. You can see here putting in some bookcases under the stairs and also a television there. That's kind of the original location of the television, although it's slightly different. And also the living room in this house is larger than in the original house, because I did bump out the wall where the stairs are, and I pushed the stairs back. Yeah, also, if you watched the original house building video, you would know that there was a little awkward space there between the stairs and that archway, where you can see there. I kind of helped that out by putting that archway there, so it kind of makes that 1x1 block in between the stairs. Oh my gosh, in between the stairs and the wall, like a little bit more useful. And I also put a plant and a lamp in that corner, so it's just like a 1x1 corner instead of like a 3x1 corner. So that kind of helped out a lot. Yeah, but anyway, you can see here I got a lot of furniture in this room now. So we have three chairs actually, and a 3x1 couch, I guess. Yeah, 3-seater couch. So you have plenty of seating. You can seat 6 Sims in here, so that's pretty good. Anyway, working out the lighting. I also maintained the original carpeting. I was going to change it to wood flooring, but then I decided it didn't look as good for some reason. I don't know. I think wood flooring probably would have looked better, but whatever, it's too late now. I think the carpet looks alright. You can see here I'm just messing around with the different wood flooring options. And I was going to go with this really dark kind of parquet wood, but then I just put it back to the carpet. So anyway, this is a office nook, which is nice to have. So you kind of have this computer here, a bunch of details. That piggy sculpture is like hanging off the edge. I actually do change it to a glass sculpture hanging off the edge, which is probably even worse, but whatever, it's not going to fall off, it's The Sims. So you can see here we have this nice kind of bay window-esque look. It's not really a bay window, but you know, you have this nice glass. And then I was going to put these pink curtains in. Obviously I would have changed the color of them, but I didn't like the style of the curtains, so I went with these. These are my favorite curtains. They're from the Master Suite stuff pack, I believe. Yeah, so I really like these curtains. I use them all the time. Yeah, so basically it's adding some more wood accents, I guess, because there's multiple places I added it. And a nice little seashell lamp there, just some more details on the coffee table, including that plant in the red pot, which looks kind of nice. Yeah, anyway, I'm using these rugs, which are actually my favorite rugs. They're from Supernatural, and I like when you kind of put patterns on them. So you can see that one there has a leopard skin pattern. Matches the chair, actually, on the desk. Anyway, there's an ottoman thing under the window, which you can see also some plants and a burglar alarm, which is useful to have. And yeah, so this is pretty much the living room finished here. You can also see at some point I added that archway from the living room to the dining room. Not sure when that happened, was not paying attention. But anyway, here's the dining room. So you can see I was going to put the tile, I will put tile flooring in here. I was going to put the table like on an angle, but it really did not work. But I ended up putting the table there. There's the tile floor. Yeah, you can see there's the rug. It's just that classic green and white striped rug. Did slightly alter the white though, but otherwise it's pretty much that stock rug. Anyway, putting in these little side tables, which I really love those tables. They're actually bedside tables, but I like that they're so small because they can fit in corners and stuff, and they just look really nice. Anyway, put a mirror in that corner, and just a bunch of little details here and there. I actually really like the dining room, even though it's like really small. It still turned out really nicely. You can see there's some shoes by the front door, just to make it look a bit more realistic. And yeah, so there's basically some details in the corner, and that's basically the dining room finished. I'm not sure how usable the dining room is, because it's kind of the table's kind of crammed in there, so there might be some issues with some of the chairs. A smaller table would have probably worked better, but I wanted to have the larger table in there, but whatever. Anyway, you can see here's the kitchen. I went with this dark red and black and white tile on the walls, and I made the counters all white and the cabinets all white to kind of contrast it. You'll see it better once I put some lights in. I think it looks pretty good. It's not too dark, actually, surprisingly, considering the walls are very dark color. Also, the far wall by the living room is actually the white wood, so that kind of lightens it up a bit. Yeah, anyway, putting in some lighting. I do change the center island to match the floor, so the countertop on that matches the floor. Kind of a nice little detail there. Also, because the light bloom on the white with the light over it was so bad, that's why I changed it to a darker color too. Yeah, anyway, just adding in some small details to the kitchen. There's some paper towels, some soap, you know, all that kind of stuff. Some pottery. Oh, not really pottery. There's a, what do you call that? A pitcher. Some utensils, whatever, just a bunch of stuff. I also put a nice flower bowl, a nice fruit bowl on the table. And yeah, that's basically the kitchen. Get some curtains in there. And, yeah, so I like the kitchen. It turned out pretty nicely, pretty cozy. And oh, there's a plant in the corner there. And also, oh yeah, I had a table behind the couch too. Yeah, just for a little bit extra detail, and you can put stuff on there. So I put a phone and a plant, I believe. Yeah, a plant and a phone. There you go. Yeah, so that's the first floor completely finished. Here's that landing in between the levels there on the split level stair I was talking about earlier. See some curtains and a little chair and a lamp, which is kind of nice. And yeah, so putting in some doors here on the second floor. And I was gonna make the master bath and ensuite the master bedroom, but there wasn't enough room because the master bedroom was too small. So the master bathroom is off the hallway, but it's alright. It actually is probably better that way because then other people can use that bathroom. And it's a bit less awkward, so that works a bit better. Anyway, I got a 4-poster bed and a large armoire in this tiny little room, but it's alright. I like the way this room turned out. Even though it's really long and narrow, it kind of spans the whole back of the house. It doesn't look too bad because, I don't know, it just looks nice. I like it. You can also see there's a back balcony, kind of off of the bedroom, which is nice. Also, the bedroom on the front of the house on the second floor also gets its own balcony, which is nice. Yeah, so basically just putting in some artwork. I don't know why that was so hard to figure out. Some artwork, and another little ottoman thing. It's actually a coffee table, but it looks like an ottoman, so I like it. Yeah, so basically just adding in some details to the room, a little pile of clothes, just nice stuff to make it look lived in. Also a lamp in that nook there by the chair. Getting in the curtains, a nice kind of turquoise color on the curtains. Yeah, I like that. It looks nice. I like to match the color of the curtains to the color of the walls in the room. Just something I like to do. I also really like the bedspread in this room. It's like this purple and white pattern. And the cow rug. It was just kind of a fun addition. I don't know. Yeah. So this is the master bathroom. It's got double sinks. No bathtub though. None of the bathrooms in this house have a bathtub. And when I say none of them, there's only 2 bathrooms. And the second bathroom is even smaller than this one, so it's a bit unfortunate. Also, this house does not have a laundry room. There was just no space for one. I mean, I probably could have fit one in somewhere, but I forgot, so whatever. No laundry room. It doesn't matter. Laundries are just annoying in this game, so it's probably better not to have it anyway. And, yeah, so putting in all the little details of the bathroom, the towels, and all that kind of stuff. I went with gold fittings and finishes, or whatever you call it, like the sink faucets and the shower faucets and and the little bars for the towels. It's all gold in the bathrooms. I don't know, I thought it kind of looked elegant. I don't know, I've never really done that before, so I always go with silver, so the gold is a nice change. Anyway, this bathroom was a little bit awkward because it's in that front part of the house where it's just like all windows, and it looks right out at the street, and that balcony there for that matter. So it was a little bit weird considering the toilet is like right there, and probably everyone can see in. So what I ended up doing is putting a plant there, so it kind of blocks your view. I'm not sure if the toilet's actually usable though, so that's a bit unfortunate, but that's for you to find out. And also I put this giant curtain there, which kind of helped to block off the windows. And, you know, in real life, you'd be able to draw that across and completely block out the windows, so, you know, bit of privacy, always good to have. There really was no other place I could have fit a bathroom in, though, so I had to kind of do it there, so. Yep, anyway, I also put some details in this hallway here. I put a little rug and a little side table. I really love these side tables from Supernatural. They're actually bedside tables, but why would you use it as bedside table? It's too long, I don't know. But they look really good kind of in hallways and stuff, so I put one there with some stuff on it, and yeah, turned out really nicely. Anyway, this is the second bedroom on the second floor, sorry. And it's got a single bed in here. It's kind of a girl's room. There's also a boy's room on the third floor, so, you know, that kind of has it sorted. So there's really a master bedroom, a boy's room, a girl's room, and a guest bedroom, so that's kind of the way I did it. So you can see here, it's a kind of a small bedroom, even though I think it's larger than both bedrooms upstairs, possibly. And it also has a nice balcony in the front. But, you know, it turned out really nicely. I just could not fit a double bed in here with the shape of the room, otherwise I would have, but it's alright. Anyway, I have these kind of fun pillow chairs. One's, I don't even know what that pink one is. It's like a shark, I guess. Pink shark. And, that's a mouth. So, yeah, it's pink inside. It's a shark, and the other one's a watermelon. I don't know, I thought that was kind of neat. And, of course, pink curtains to match. And just a bunch of posters and stuff here, as you can see. And, yeah, I believe I put something at the end of the bed. A plant, perhaps? Yeah, plant. There you go, so that's that bedroom. And now we're moving on to the third floor here, so getting in some nice blue carpeting. And I do adjust the floor plan up here slightly, which you'll see. I go with blue walls as well instead of those tan, I don't know what color that was, like peach walls or something. You can see I had this bump out, so these bedrooms get a bit more space. It means that hallway there by the stairs is a little bit narrow, but it's alright. You know, and also like that railing has to come out so far into the room because for some reason I couldn't make it go straight across because of the stairs coming up, so that was a bit annoying, but anyway. There's also a stereo on the kind of in-between landing there on the split level part. and just getting in some lighting. This little room here is kind of like an extra living space, so it's like another TV up here, bookshelf with little trophies in it, I don't know, some books, and just a nice little sitting area. There's also a couch there, or a love seat, and a armchair, which is nice to have, and there's a bunch of little plants and details and stuff. Just a nice extra little room, because this house is kind of cramped, so it's nice to have a little bit of extra space, I don't know. There's also a balcony off of this small room too, you can see in the back there, so that's nice to have as well. Also put a little chair in the front area there by the windows, and yeah, so that's basically the landing and that little living room done. So this here is the guest bedroom, which you can see it has light green walls. I put a pattern on them though, so it's actually a fabric pattern I used, but it looks pretty good anyway. So you can see I use this kind of fabric pattern on the walls, which kind of look nice. It's like a subtle stripe color. So you can see I put a double bed in here, although I believe the right side of the bed is not usable because of the door, so only the left side of the bed is usable. So it's kind of a single bed, but I like the look of having a double bed in the guest bedroom, and in real life you could use both sides of the bed, so anyway, put in a small dresser in that little nook there, and I also put a love seat in the other nook. There you go. So you can see here the two little nooks are like out, I don't know what they call them, like, not really dormers because they're not dormers, but the little indents, not indents, they're like outdents, I don't know, whatever. They have little stuff in them, so there's a love seat in one and a dresser in the other, and there's a bunch of little details, and that bedroom is finished. So this room here is the boys' bedroom, so it's kind of got like this creamy white walls, and it's got black carpeting. A little bit depressing, but whatever. Also put in this interesting bedspread. I'm not sure that's very boyish, but whatever. It really is not, but it's okay. Put in some posters on the wall here, and that little dancing freezer bunny. Also a desk with a white chair and a laptop on it. And I love this bookshelf. It looks like a boat. It came from the like this, I don't know, like it was like this extra content pack from Island Paradise. You can see I put it in the nook there, the bookshelf that looks like a boat hole. That was really cool, so you can see how I use it in that corner. Also a little pirate's chest toy box, I don't know, kind of getting the ocean theme perhaps, because you are kind of by the water, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, we're almost finished the video. I'm just going to finish up with some landscaping. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out the original video that James did of him building this original house, there will be a link in the description. Also, you can download this house from my website, or from the Sims 3 Exchange. You can also download the original house from the TheSimSupply's website, or from the Sims 3 Exchange, or whatever. Links are going to be all in the description. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I make a lot more videos like this on my channel, so you can check them out. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, because that would just be wonderful. Yeah, so anyway, just adding in some outdoor seating and lighting, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So basically, I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be some before and after pictures coming up after this, so please stay tuned for those. Those are always cool to see. And yeah, so just finishing up with some more outdoor lighting is always nice to have. I love putting outdoor lighting out. Anyway, bye!
It sends me to the peak.